Today we're going to talk about how you should hold your racket, tight or loose. Some people say, oh, you have to grab on really tight to your racket. Some people say you have to hold it really loose. But let's look at the pros and cons in both cases. And actually, I would say that it has to be both. So if you hold on tight to your racket throughout the whole playing time, your arm will get sore. You'll get tired, and you might not even last until the end of the rally or until the end of the match, because your grip will get so tired, your arm, that you won't be able to hold on to your racket anymore. Like, for example, if you hold really tight, how long can you hold on super tight to your racket? Obviously, at some point, your grip strength will loosen up, and you don't want that to happen. If you hold on to the racket really, really loose, then when you're playing on really high speeds and you're hitting really hard yourself, you won't be able to control the ball, especially if you don't hit it with the middle. The ball will affect the racket will just get hit by the ball, and half of the force will just die, like it will absorb. The way you should do it is between the points, and especially between the points and between the shots, you should be holding on to the racket very, very loose, as if you're holding on like a little animal, like a bird, or I don't know, a little mouse, that you don't want to crush the bones. That's how you should hold the racket between your shots. And also it applies to the backswing. And as you hit the ball, you have to tighten your grip, tighten as hard as you can. So here you must understand that doesn't mean that your whole motion is a super tight and you have no flexibility or no whip. That's not it. You're holding on tight with your grip. The arm, like the wrist and everything, still whips the ball. You still have a very loose movement. It's a swing. It's not a forced by muscles movement. So this is something that you really have to understand, that when we say that you have to hold on tight to your racket, that doesn't mean that your whole arm becomes stiff and that your shot becomes stiff and that your racket head now doesn't work with the ball, doesn't go under the ball and around it and so on. The idea is really, really simple. Like, for example, if you hit the ball against a strong wall, the strong wall does not go back, right? So the ball just bounces off the wall. Let me show you. So for example, if I'm holding it really strong, I hit it really hard, the ball, oh, actually, you see here, if I hit it, the racket moves back a little bit. So this is something that you don't want to happen. That is exactly why you need to swing through the ball and you need to hold on really tight to your racket. It's the same, like, for example, if I hit the ball against a soft fence, the ball will not bounce off hard, right? Let's see it. But if I hit the ball against a solid wall, you can imagine that the ball will bounce off way harder. So this is exactly the point why you should be really strong at the contact point and why you should really move through the ball. So remember, the optimal way is to hold on loose to the racket between the shots and really tighten your grip during the shot, but you don't tighten your motion. Because if you make the swing and you only tighten the grip during the shot, your full swing will not suffer from that. It will not become stiff. It will still be pretty loose. Your racket head will drop and go up on the ball. You don't have to have a loose wrist or hold on to the racket loose to have the racket drop and to swing like this. You can hold on to the racket really tight, but your movement can still remain loose. And that is what you really want to achieve. That is what you want to work on. So if you have that balance where you don't grab the racket too hard between your shots, but you grab it really hard during the shots, you'll last longer and you'll have a better technique. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.